Uh, okay, perfect. I was just about to remind you about
Yes.
recording.
Yeah. So today we're going to see about what is the data science. I will going to answer you this few questions like what is data science, what is data you already know, what is raw data, what is an informations, what is
Yes.
machine learning, how to understand the data from the data perspective, like how you can understand data, how to find pattern in the data. This all thing we're going to see one by one in our machine learning syllabus. How to find the pattern in the data. I will going to explain you what is this pattern and all. Data analysis. We will going to see different format of the data. Okay. So these are the thing we will going to see, and how you can visualize the data, like how you can, how we can visualize any data. Visualize means with the help of graph, how you can understand the data, how you can find out the relation between the two data. These all are thing, and different machine learning algorithm. These all are in this data science. Okay. Now what is the prerequisite for the data science? Okay. So like suppose when you start working on the data science, you should be clear about this some of the things that you should have a knowledge. That is, first is mathematics, because this data science, machine learning, data engineering, this all based on the mathematics. Mathematics in the sense like this mathematics will going to help you to find out the type of data, relation between the data. So mathematics you should be aware. So like this you should be aware in like some of the modules in the maths, like statistic, probability, linear algebra, calculus. This Are you aware about this, Arush? Like what is you might be integration, differentiation is in your course, right, in mathematics,
Yes, sir.
right?
So,
Differentiation, this all comes under calculus, linear algebra, right? And many more, like line graph draws, like that. So this is the things that you should require when you start learning the data science. Okay, this was the prerequisite. Now let me give you scenario once. Let's come to the scenario. Suppose okay, you have a suppose I am giving you one scenario. Let's take one scenario where there is a scenario between India Pakistan cricket match. Okay, the record showing that there was around 10 match played between India Pakistan in the World Cup. For example, World Cup or like a series for anything. For example, out of 10 match, first means 7 won by India, and 3 India lose, that is Pakistan win 3 match. So India they won 7 and Pakistan they won 3. and the record is like this: win, that is in respect of India, I'm telling, win, lose, lose. This, now this underscore means you don't have a data for this. Win, 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 and let's take win or loss. Hmm. Now just see this data. Now suppose if they have not provided you this data, okay, they have not provided you this data, they have just given you this scenario, okay, and this data is missing here, this underscore data, okay, let me take it question mark. This question mark means missing data. Now if I say you, okay, forget about this scenario, okay, just you, can you tell me, like suppose based on this record, like can you find out this value of this question mark? What logic you will apply? A normal mathematics, what logic you will going to apply here?
Sir, average
um how you can apply average here?
that India has won most of the matches, so
Hmm.
India will win it.
Okay. Okay. You mean to say, yeah, that is statistic you meant to say, like the stats shows that India won most of the match, so this will be converted into W, right?
Yes, yes,
You
sir.
meant to say, okay. Okay, let's, uh, okay. This is one scenario. Okay, this is one scenario. Now, next thing, probability. Do you know what is probability? Probability says, yeah, total probability says like outcome, like a designated outcome, or you can say result outcome, or you can say result divided by total outcome. What do you mean by this? Like here, total outcome is the total number of matches that is played between India Pakistan is how much? 10, right? And how much India won on that? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So now one record is not there with you. So you can say here that out of 10 record, you can have a 6 time win, right? And if I ask you here, let me write down probability of India won. P is for probability, okay? And if I ask you losing the game, probability is here what? 3 by 10. Yeah. Now 6 and 3, 9, and but you don't have one record. So based on the probability also you can say it, okay? The probability means the chances of occurrence of any result, okay? Probability tells you what is the likelihood of happening any event, okay? Now here, this is first match they won, second match they won, third match they won, fourth match they won, and this is, you are not aware about it, okay? This is maybe like you don't have any information, you just have an information. So I'm just telling you here how you can find out the data, how you can apply the logic to just guess the data here. Now suppose if this is your record they have given, and they just ask you, and they just told you, suppose they have just mentioned that probability of winning India was 6 by 10 and losing 3 by 10, and you have this record, what was the probability of this particular scenario where they have a question mark. Now you can apply the logic also here. As you said on a statistic means here you can say it that they have won most matches, so it will won. On another scenario, you can say this statistic also. India was losing last two match, so this match also they might have, or they would have lost this match also. So this you can say in this way also. Right, this is also one scenario you can say. Now this is also one scenario you can use, that probability of India was 6 by 10 and losing 3 by 10. So based on the probability I can say that the chances of like winning was more, so this match might have they won. So here, what is why I'm telling you this thing, to just tell you, this is called the data, means how you can play with the data. This scenario you have I have given to you, you apply your logic here. Like statistic I applied, based on the record I could have imagined this thing, or I could have decided this thing based on the probability. So like this we do. Okay, one more thing, in some scenario where the datas are missing, there we will going to use some concept. This is that you said in the first, like average, okay, median and mode. Are you aware about it? Average, median, mode.
Yes,
Anyone?
sir.
Ma'am, are you aware about it?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Miss, I'm saying with respect to this scenario, like how you can correlate. I know with everyone they knows, but just I'm asking so that um, just wanted to know, are you able to correlate this thing with the data science or what? So here, the base, why I'm telling you this thing, so that suppose if you have a data and any datas are missing there, then that missing data you can replace with this information. Suppose here you have a data of a weight of a student, or suppose your monthly income. Suppose one person in first month he earned 1000, in second he earned 1100, and then 900, then in the fourth month record is missing, fifth month he earned 1300, then 1400, then 1600, then it will be 900 again, then it will be 1000, and then it will be 2000. So based on this record you can easily find out this missing value. Either you can replace it with the average. How you can find out the average? Sum of all these elements divide by,
The number of elements.
correct. So it will be like 1000 plus 1100 plus 900 plus 1300. This is I'm telling you, but internally it happen also like this: 1600, 900, 1000, and 2000, right? The whole divided by the number of elements. So how many element we have? 4, 4, 8, around 10, right? So when you will going to do the average of this, whatever value you will get it, you will going to replace by this one. This is about average. Now what do you mean by this mode? Mode, it will going to replace this value with the repetitive word, means it will going to check what data is repetitively occurring on this whole data set. So which data is occurring twice or more than once? You can see 900, right? So this value will be going to be replaced by your 900. Mode means the digit which is occurring most of the time. Means like here, just by looking into this data, you can just assume it like, okay, this 900 is occurring most of the time, then it might be possible that you can replace this with a 900. So this is called a mode. Now third is what? Median. Median means you have a 10 element, 10 element divided by 2, which is the middle one, this one, right? So you will going to replace this with the mid one. Now this is in the case when you have this like even number. What about odd number? Suppose you have a 11, then you will get some 5.5, right? So in that case you can use both fifth number or sixth number. So here this question mark will be going to replace by which? 1300 in case of you have a 10 element, or if it is odd. Okay, I replace the median value? Means total number, total element divide by 2. Median means in mid value, replaced by mid value. This is called replaced by mid value. So in case of suppose even, you will going to replace by 5. In case of odd, when you get like 11 divided by 2, suppose you will get 5.5, then you can take any of the two value. Then this is the like way of finding the data, right? When we do data analysis, like based on the data, now I have given you this data, right? You analyze this data. What analysis you did? This analysis, that you apply the logic of statistic here, probability here, and this average median mode comes under statistic. Like what stats shows you that whether India wins, like in every match before World Cup also, this shows you like statistic, right? Based on the statistic we can make a decision. Similarly, it happens in most of the data scenario where we are different kind of data. So machine learning, data science, this all they apply this logic. Now here, what why do we use this integration, differentiation? This is also the concept why there is a requirement of integration and differentiation. Before coming into this, let me show you one graph, and that also will give you some idea how you can visualize the pattern in the data. Okay, now suppose you have one this data. Okay, and I'm just I'm drawing this graph to represent the price of fuel, or with the year wise. Okay, there are two columns here I'm using. Here is my year year record. Okay, here is the price. Okay, now here let me take the column. So let me take the last 5 records. So 16, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, let's take 6 year record. Okay, 5 year. The way that I was saying, how you can find out the pattern, this thing also you can do it, because there are different way of finding the pattern. Okay, now suppose in 16, this let me draw this one also. Suppose in 16, the price of the petrol was 70. In 17 it become 78. In 18 it becomes 80. Suppose in 19 it become 80, 82. And in 20 it becomes 89. And okay, and in 21 it become 105 suppose. Okay, now here in this graph you are trying to find out the relation between which two column or which two data, not a column I can say now, I can say that data. So which two data you are trying to find out the relation, that is year and your price, means with change in a year how this price was changing. So let me draw it here. Suppose on 16 it was 17, right? Obviously as change in a year your price was also, means the ratio is also increasing. In 17 it becomes 78. Okay, let me take it in a horizontal bar one. So suppose in 16 it was like this, in 17 it was 78, in 18 it was it this 80 around, and 19 as you said suppose 82, in 20 it become 89, and in 21 it become 105, right? Now I was saying you about the pattern, right? What do you mean by this pattern? Okay, what pattern you are finding? Now when you connect these lines of your this point, now based on this you can make a decision that with change in a year the price is also increasing, right? So in that case you don't need to see the record. Do you understand what I say? I made this graph based on my record. What record? Based on my year and price. But suppose when you want to show it to someone, then he don't need to see the whole record. He can just by looking into this graph, he can find out the pattern. What is the pattern here? That change in the year means as the year is increasing, as the year is increasing, or right, change you can't say like as the year is increasing means now suppose year you are changing the year, or you can say change in a year also, like no issue. Change in the year, price of fuel is also increasing. Now based on this, if I say you find out the relation between price and year of 2022, then based on that what you will going to say, whether you will make the graph downward or upward. That pattern you can, you have to decide. Model machine learning algorithm, they do prediction based on this data. This is a this is the basic mathematics I'm telling you. This all thing you should be visualize, you should understand this thing before coming to the deep data science machine learning. You just have an idea what is a pattern, what statistic, what is probability, why you are visualizing the data. See, in company manager or anyone of the higher authorities, they don't have a time to see the whole record. So what the developer they do, developer they show them this graph. Based on this graph they can just get an idea, okay, if we change the year, if we go ahead with the year next year, it might be possible that price value will increase again. So you are increasing directly proportional with this price, right? The price value is proportional with this year. As you increase the year, price value also increase. There is one more term that is called inversely proportional, right? Suppose price is inversely proportional to year, then how you represent that? Inside the mathematics we represent like this symbol, price, and you write like this, year, right? This is called inversely proportional. In that case, if you increase the year, your price value will be get decreased. This is inversely proportional. It means that if you increase this year, for example, let me explain you. 1 by 2, 1 by value, 1 divided by 2, what is the value? 1 divided by 2, how much you will get?
0.5.
0.5.
Yeah, correct. Now if I say 1 by 3, how much you will get? 0.33, right?
0.33.
1 divided by 4, if I say, how much you will get? 0.25.
0.25.
Correct. Now here you see, if you increase the denominator, this value is getting decreased, right? As you increasing the denominator. So here also, if you increase the year, the price value will get decreased. This is used to represent a scenario where your price is inversely proportional to year. I mean to say that as you increase the year, your price, if it is getting downward, then it is called a inversely proportional. But here, this is not inversely proportional. This is directly proportional. Directly proportional means as you change the year, as you increase the year, the price is also increasing. 70, 78, 80, 82, 89, 105, right? So this scenario is called, how you can represent this scenario, price, this is called directly proportional. The symbol is this one. This is called directly proportional. Okay, this is called directly proportional, and it is proportional to with whom? Year. I mean, if you increase the price, year will also get a means as you increase the year, the price will also increase. So they both are increasing, right? So this is called directly proportional. I have written the wrong spell here. Sorry. Hmm. This is called directly proportional. Now if just like I say you dollar price, as you increase the dollar price, it affect Indian market lot, right? As the dollar price increase, inflation rate in India also increases. So that is called directly proportional. Dollar price increase, inflation rate increase. But in a scenario like some of the scenario where like suppose if the demand is increasing, the price will means if the production is more, the price will get reduced. That also you can say that that will be inversely proportional. Suppose this year the production of a vegetable is more, right? Then in that case the price will be less because they have to consume it. They want to consume it completely so that they can prevent it from being destroyed, right? So this is called or going to be a waste. So this is an example of how you can analyze the data. Analysis is done based on the graph, analysis is done based on the statistic, analysis is done based on the probability. So as I said you, how you can visualize the data, you can visualize the data in the form of different graph. This is what graph, can anyone tell me, any one of you, if you know what we call this graph?
Bar graph.
Yeah, this is called as a bar graph. There is one more graph that is called histogram. In that histogram, this all bar are combined together. So this is the difference. Remember this thing also many time it asked in the interview, like what is the difference between bar gram and histogram. In histogram, these all graphs are combined. Okay, let me show you. See this is a histogram where all the bar were combined, and this is called bar chart where they are different bars, there is a gap in between them. So this is a kind of difference between these two. You can use any graph to represent or visualize the data. Now if I say you here based on this graph, if I say you to, I want a pie chart to find out the proportion of a um, kid, adults and senior in India's, right? How you're going to do? Then in that case you have to use this circle graph, right, in order to make the pie chart. Now here you can say it that this is an adult, this is pie chart adult, this is senior citizen, and this is kids, children's. So this kind of pie chart will tell the proportion. Suppose out of 100, 50s are your adult. Okay, now you can see these kids are more than senior, so you can say 30 or 30 percentage of population is kid children and 20 percentage are senior, right? So when you have a data with you, so you can apply the logic or you can visualize it in the form of graph, so you can find out the pattern also. This here, what pattern I find it out, as you increase the year the price will increase. So this is one pattern. Here if I say you have to analyze the data and give me the proportion of adult, senior, and kids. Then with the help of pie chart, you can find it out, right? So this is comes under data science and machine learning, or you can say it data engineering also. Means you are playing with the data, you are doing engineering on the data. Hope it is clear to everyone, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any question,
Yes.
anything that you want to know? Please feel free to ask. So here we see how we visualize the data, how we did the analysis of the data, how we find the pattern of the data. These all are general idea, prerequisite that we need it in order to start a data science. Okay, you
Sir,
have,
I have one question.
yes.
Sir, how can we predict that the prices of petrol will definitely increase in the next year, for example?
Yeah,
Like, see, we have a pattern, but still it's a 50-50 probability that prices will increase, remain the same, or decrease.
yeah, so this is based on the various external factors. Like I have shown you based on the year, okay? But this is not only the year we use. There can be different kind of scenario. Now you see VAT. Uh, in a fuel price, they add a VAT taxes also, right? That taxes will not be going to reduce in anyhow. Second thing, you have seen that in the 2020 and 19, obviously the inflation rate will increase, right? And the pricing, obviously the price will reduce for some time, but it won't reduce in such a way that means you can see the graph of 105 to 50, right? Again it will going to increase. So your question is correct, there is a 50-50% chance, but here I have considered only one condition, that is year. But there can be several conditions, that what is an import rate, means when we are importing a fuel outside, or export, how much we are exporting, what is the production, what is the dollar rate. This all, if we considered it, then we can draw a 3D diagram, or in that way we can visualize it. uh, okay, means I will explain you this thing. uh, Wait. So what I was saying you,